In today's video, I am going to teach you how to pass this secret Excel exam. If you want to get through Excel questions fast and accurately, there are a few core functions that make a big difference. The goal today is not just to know the names of these functions, but to understand how to use them in a practical way so matching, testing, and totals become quick and reliable. First, learn xlookup to find matching records instantly. xlookup is one of the most powerful tools in Excel when you need to search for something and return a related value. Imagine you have one column with keys, like an ID, and another column with information tied to those keys. With xlookup, you specify the value you want to find, the range where that value exists, the range of results you want back, and an optional setting for how you want Excel to handle matching. As you practice, pay attention to your input ranges and make sure the lookup array and the return array align correctly. When they line up, xlookup can pull the exact matching record in a single step, which saves time during exams. Next, learn if to automate pass or fail test scores. This is where you turn raw scores into clear results. You typically compare a score to a threshold, then output one label if the condition is true and a different label if it is false. For example, if a score meets a minimum requirement, you might return pass, and if it does not, you might return fail. The most important detail is your logic. Use the correct comparison operator, such as greater than or equal to, and make sure the threshold value is placed consistently. Also, keep your output text simple, so it fits the cell and is easy to read when the sheet is reviewed. After you automate pass or fail, you usually need to add numbers quickly. This is where learning sum makes a real impact. Sum is the fast way to add totals across a range without doing manual addition. Instead of clicking multiple cells or typing many plus signs, you provide the range you want to total, and Excel does the rest. During an exam, XEM is also useful for verifying your results because it helps you quickly check column totals. When you write a XEM formula, double-check that the range includes only the intended cells, especially if there are headers or blank spaces. Now that you can build formulas, you should also learn how to keep them consistent across your sheet. Press F4 to lock your formula cells. When you are editing a formula, pressing F4 toggles the absolute and relative reference style. This lets you control whether Excel should keep a row or column fixed when you copy the formula to another location. Absolute references usually matter when you want to reference something like a threshold, a specific header row, or a fixed lookup table. Relative references are useful when you want the formula to adjust based on the new position. Practicing F4 is important because it prevents errors like pulling the wrong threshold or referencing the wrong table. Finally, you need to move quickly once a formula works. Press Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V to copy formulas. After you confirm your formula is correct in the first cell, you can copy it and paste it into other cells. This is how you apply the same logic across a whole column. When you paste, Excel will adjust relative references automatically, which is exactly what you want in many exam scenarios. This is also why locking certain cells with F4 matters, because it ensures the parts of your formula that should not move will stay correct while the rest updates. If you combine these skills, your workflow becomes smooth. xlookup handles matching instantly, if converts scores into pass or fail results. Sum gives you quick totals, F4 locks the right references so your formulas stay accurate, and Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V let you apply everything efficiently across the sheet. Use these tools together, and you will spend less time struggling and more time completing the exam accurately. That covers everything you need to know, and that is all there is to it.